Before this video starts, I just want to tell you that the only reason you see me here alive talking to you is because people on the internet helped me survive. I lived in Russia for 23 years, but when this war started, I had to flee because I didn't want to kill Ukrainians, I didn't want to get drafted, and also I lost my job because I was working on Russian independent media. You can see my whole story on YouTube. I was detained in the airport because I was helping Russian opposition, and just my whole journey from the beginning until the end. My goal is go to the United States and ask for asylum. I already got tickets to Mexico, and the only reason I was able to get tickets to Mexico is because people donated. I am now currently in a position where I'm absolutely nothing. I'm 24 years old and I have nothing. I am only fully dependent on people's donations. If you're in a position where you can donate, all available links will be in the description. And if you can't, then it's totally okay. By watching this video, you're already helping me. I also have a Discord server where I'm giving update on every single penny that I received. Today is November 12th, and this is what happened this week in fascist Russia. This is really quick news with really important topics. I'm not gonna go in like deep details. I'm gonna link news in the description if you wanna read the whole stories. This is just top news, really quick to keep you updated. Russian opposition politician Ilya Yashin, who currently serving 8.5 years in prison for some made-up laws that Putin's regime made for every opposition politician, got new misdemeanor charges because he's not included a foreign agent label in his posts on social media while being in prison. It's obviously his team doing it, but it's just another dumb law that Russia created. He's gonna get new charges like Navalny did. All oppositions who are alive and now in prison will just get more and more years to serve. 19 Ukrainian soldiers were killed by Russian missile at an award ceremony. Zelensky said that there is no time for new elections that are supposed to be on March 2024 because it's not clear if there's even going to be an election during this wartime. If there's not going to be election, then Zelensky is still going to be a president, but if there's going to be election, then there's chances that there's some not really good person can take Zelensky post, assuming that all this time United States will still support Ukraine. Because if you read the news, it doesn't look like it. A Russian activist who were replacing price tags in stores with anti-war signs got arrested back in April 2022, and all this time she was detained. Now maybe facing 8 years in prison for replacing price tags with some anti-war signs. People do everything they can to protest this war, to open their mouth and fight Putin's regime, but this is kind of punishments they will get for doing so. A garbage in a human form who brutally murdered his girlfriend and was serving 20 years in prison got pardoned by Putin because he was fighting in Ukraine. Now he has a chance to go back to the society and probably commit something similar to what he did to his girlfriend. This is just another story of many of this, how Russian regime is finding this meat to fight in Ukraine, to die in Ukraine, and they're searching them among the people who are currently in prison for real murders, for killing people, for stealing, and for just being a real threat to the society. So Russian Defense Ministry just signing a contract with them and pardoning them, and if they will get lucky enough and don't die in Ukraine, then they're going back to the society. Ukraine's parliament extends martial law and mobilization period for another 90 days. Ukraine declared martial law and mobilization when Russia invaded, and since all this time it was going on. One Ukrainian died after a Russian missile hits a civilian vessel. All private medical clinics in annexed Crimea voluntarily stopped providing abortions. And this is another weird thing, that when US announced that abortions might be illegal, Russia had abortions and it was legal all this time. And Russia is really, really religious. And now they're finally getting their hands on abortions, saying that it's not Christian. God didn't intend this. Putin's annual propaganda show and press conference set to be on December 14th. This is something that he did every single year. And then this year he's gonna say, wow, you guys are heroes. You're killing Ukrainians, you're heroes. He's gonna blame US for everything that is bad in Russia. He's gonna say that Russian economy is doing well, that everything in Russia is good, that everybody is trying to destroy Russia, but only Russia is a good country. Please vote for me in 2024. And this morning on November 12th, a Russian missile hit library in Kherson and killed one person. The total number of killed Ukrainians this week is 21, but numbers might be high.